The day after our trip to Rio Lagos, we decided to have a quiet day exploring the grounds. The hotel was surrounded by golf courses, condo developments, and gardens. There must be a few birds in there, somewhere. Walking the roads of the complex, we found an owl. We'd been hearing ferruginous pygmy owl everywhere, but it was a treat to get a look at one. It insisted on staying high in the trees though. We'd been wondering where all the Central American agoutis were. We finally found a couple in the undergrowth in the hotel grounds. The complex was huge, so we took to the car to explore its outer reaches. We found a quiet road, quiet because the condos planned for it hadn't been built yet. The vegetation on either side was hopping with orioles. Several species of oriole, hooded, Altamira, orange and yellow-backed, busied themselves in the bushes, nectaring from the flowers. It was fun to watch, but we made sure we saw lots of other species. Squirrel cuckoo passed through. Common toader flycatcher was typically fast and ever active. A group of vireos caught our eyes, mangrove vireo, new for the trip. It was good to see a different vireo. White-eyed had been the common one, so far. Playing a little ferruginous pygmy owl call had the vireos active and interested. Just behind the hotel, in what had been pristine coastal scrub, a brand new railway line was being constructed. This led to a lot of noise on the complex, often starting at unfeasibly early hours and continuing well into the evening. We got sort of used to the racket. This road was on the edge of the complex nearest to the construction, so we named it Noisy Bottom. It wasn't just orioles and vireos. Northern beardless tyrannulates, least flycatchers, and the usual suspects of great kiskadee, tropical kingbird, social flycatcher and boat-billed flycatcher were all present in Noisy Bottom. As usual, most of the butterflies refused to land. This very tiny Cassius blue was a rare, and very welcome exception. Yellow-backed orioles were a triptych today. They, at least, live up to their name. After an excellent couple of hours, we decided to explore slightly further down the road. We drove round a bend, the road disappeared. Noisy Bottom turned into Rocky Bottom, still to be constructed. Here we came across our third vireo species, the jaunty Yucatan vireo. This vireo is closely related to the red-eyed vireo that we see every summer in our yard, but the plumage is a little more subdued. Despite its name, it isn't endemic to the Yucatan, being found in southeast Mexico, Belize, Honduras, and Grand Cayman. We'd seen them before, but it was good to see them again. Woodcreepers are always difficult to photograph. Ivory-billed seemed to be the most numerous of the woodcreeper species we saw. This black spiny-tailed iguana was sunning itself on the pavement and didn't seem too happy to have us interrupt his beauty sleep. Nearby, this many-legged beastie was making its way across the road. Surrounding the hotel was a full-sized golf course. We couldn't get permission to walk the course, but the roads surrounding were fair game. Spotted sandpipers were inhabiting the banks of this water hazard. Nearby, on another, so far sparsely built, condo road, we found a buff-bellied hummingbird. We were enjoying good views of the Hummer when another bird popped up. A female rose-throated tanager. One of us had seen one of these birds the day before, at Tikil, but hadn't identified it at the time. It was endemic to the Yucatan and a lifer. This time both of us saw it, and good views too, so much more satisfactory. The hotel grounds had come up trumps with only our third lifer of the trip. Flushed with success, and being still at our hotel, we decided to go for our only all-inclusive lunch of the holiday and then spend a quiet hour on our own balcony, checking out our tree. Hooded Orioles were active here too, catching spiders and chasing each other off. Along with the Orioles, we were entertained by grey hawk, spot-breasted wren, summer tanager, blue bunting and, of course, hooded warbler. Yellow-throated warbler was typically active. Great kiskadee bounced through the tree foliage. It was good to relax, while still birding hard. We spent very limited time on the hotel site, just today really and the odd hour at the end of a day spent elsewhere. We still managed to record 70 species, and one lifer, on the site. Even better, we found 44 species from the room balcony. The fruiting tree and the small amount of coastal scrub we could see could be very active. The birds didn't seem to mind the constant bangs, crashes and beep 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 of the construction machinery. We went back to Noisy Bottom, late afternoon, but didn't add much to our day list. It seemed to be very much a morning place. Tomorrow we were heading out again, only 2 full days of our vacation left, so no more time for lollocking about. We'd heard about a Mayan site, just the other side of Tulum and on the edge of the Ziancan Biosphere Reserve that was reputed to be good for birds. We'd give that a go tomorrow.